Bravo cameras hardly got a rest after the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills wrapped their most recent season. But the team is back up and running for season 15. The network has been keeping most of the information about the franchise's newest season a secret. However, Reality Tea has been able to pick out a few breadcrumbs. Here's what we know. Who makes up the RHOBH cast for season 15? It's official. Bravo is hoping that some new faces will give RHOBH the boost it so desperately needs. Rumors have been floating around for weeks that some cast members have been demoted, but no Bravolib has been able to confirm until now. A source spoke with Briefing on Bravo, noting that the ladies who have been asked back have already been given their season 15 contracts. The production insider shared that Kyle was the big question mark for the longest time, but she is coming back. Producers offered her a big incentive to come back, so she is. She's had long talks with production about what she is willing and not willing to show. She knows, basically, she has to step it up next season. She says she's showing as much as she can without hurting those around her. But fans want to see more of her personal life, which includes her dating life, the source claimed. Back with a 90,210 diamond is also Dorit Kemsley, as she will have all cameras on her for her messy divorce. Bozoma St. John, Erika Jayne, and Sutton Stracke are also returning with diamonds. The source noted that the reports of Erika's firing were untrue. The insider also revealed that 1 to 2 new names will be added to the cast. Garcelle won't return for RHOBH season 15. Garcelle's departure was abrupt. After refusing to pose with the rest of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast for the group photo, she spoke out on Instagram. The actor posted a short video explaining her decision. She started by saying, "I have some news. I've decided to leave Beverly Hills. It's been a wild ride. I mean, some amazing things have happened. And some hard things have also happened. But it's been a ride nevertheless. For Garcelle, it's all about family time and work." She added, "Their last year of high school is next year, and I want to be a part of that. And Jade is starting a new career, and I want to be a part of that too. Secondly, I have the most exciting projects that I am developing, producing, and acting in. I can't tell you anything right now, but you'll know soon. It's not goodbye, it's see you later," she concluded. So, see you later. True to her word, Garcelle has been spending a lot of time with her 3 sons. She last posted an update at Easter showing her family gathering. Should Jennifer Tilly and Kathy Hilton return to the RHOBH cast? Fans are hoping that if both Kyle Richards and Sutton are back for season 15, it means their best friends will be joining them. However, the insider had no news on whether or not Kathy Hilton or Jennifer Tilly would be added as friends of again. 2 weeks ago, the Academy Award-nominated actress had lunch with Sutton and shared on Instagram. Kathy also commented, so it leads fans to believe there is some hope. In this writer's opinion, both should be welcomed back to the franchise, as they added a lot during season 14. Jennifer was undoubtedly a breath of fresh air. Funny, quick-witted, and luxury items out of the wazoo. The professional poker player's lifestyle was everything fans have ever wanted to see on RHOBH. Bravo could make one episode alone all about her exceptional jewelry and handbags. And of course, Kathy's eccentric self is always ready to bring some peace to the battles that inevitably go down at gatherings. Knowing what we know now about season 15, it looks like it has the potential to be quite outstanding. All we need is for Kyle and Dorit to be completely honest about their issues. Let's be honest, those are the 2 biggest storylines in years, and loyal fans want answers. Diamonds and divorces. The real secrets of Beverly Hills. The hills of Beverly shimmered under the California sun, but behind the wrought iron gates and manicured hedges, storm clouds were gathering. It had only been 4 weeks since the season 14 reunion aired, and yet Bravo's cameras were already rolling again. There was no time to waste. Season 15 needed to be bigger, bolder, and more explosive than ever. Because Beverly Hills was changing, and so were its housewives. The Queen Who Stayed. Kyle Richards stood barefoot on the marble floor of her Encino estate. She watched through the glass doors as the crew set up lighting in her backyard for her first season 15 confessional. Makeup artists hovered, hairstylists buzzed, and a producer was already pacing on the patio, headset in place. Kyle took a deep breath. She had considered walking away. For months, she'd toyed with the idea of fading quietly into the luxury shadows, letting her life unfold without the constant pressure of an audience. But Bravo didn't want quiet. They wanted fire, and Kyle, Queen of Beverly Hills, wasn't ready to hand over her crown. They offered me a ridiculous amount of money, she confessed to her assistant Beth earlier that morning. But it's not just that. I have things to say, things to show. You mean him, Beth replied gently. Kyle said nothing, only glanced toward her phone. A photo lit the screen. Kyle and a man who wasn't Mauricio, their smiles too wide, too staged. He was a producer from a streaming service. She'd met him at a charity gala 6 months ago. It had started with coffee, then whispers, then hotel rooms booked under false names. Now Kyle was ready to let it all out, almost. I'll show what I can, she told the producer outside. But some things have to stay sacred. The producer smiled knowingly. This is Bravo, Kyle. Nothing stays sacred for long. Dorit Unfiltered. Across town, Dorit Kemsley wasn't taking the high road. Not this season. She sat in the grand sitting room of her Beverly Hills mansion, one she might not own much longer. Her lawyers had just left, leaving behind a stack of papers that still smelled like courtroom air. The divorce was happening. Paul P.K. Kemsley was in London, and Dorit hadn't spoken to him in days, maybe weeks. But she wasn't crying, not anymore. She'd filmed her opening scene just days earlier, a long, moody shot of her walking through a designer closet, figuring versus gowns and tossing aside Prada heels like discarded memories. I gave this man the best years of my life, she said into the camera. And now I'm taking my life back. The producers loved it. So did Bravo execs. Dorit was bringing the drama they needed. But behind the confidence was panic. The rumors about her financials were true. The house was under scrutiny, the luxury cars, leased, the glam squad cut in half. Dorit needed this season to work. She needed it to be a hit. Because unlike Kyle, she didn't have options. She had a diamond, and it had to shine. The new girl? Her name was Alisandra Dupont. She was 39, a luxury skincare mogul, born in Milan and raised in Malibu. She had launched her own brand at 25, sold it to a French conglomerate for $300 million by 33, and now lived in a Bel Air mansion with views that could make even Erika Jayne jealous. She also had secrets, delicious ones. Alisandra was Bravo's new wildcard, a cast member introduced under heavy NDA and with little press. But the producers had whispered among themselves, she's going to shake things up. She arrived at Sutton Stracke's cocktail party, her first filmed event, wearing a floor-length white suit with a plunging neckline and diamonds dripping from each wrist. "Oh my God, I love your look," Erika said with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "I dressed for war," Alisandra replied, sipping from her crystal flute. "Isn't that what this is?" And just like that, she earned her first enemy. The Ice Queen returns. Erika Jayne was not fired. She wanted that clear. "They tried," she admitted to Sutton in a rare moment of honesty. "They said I wasn't bringing enough, but then I reminded them, this face, this voice, I am Beverly Hills." And in some ways, she was right. After a decade on the show, Erika had survived lawsuits, frozen accounts, and the fall of a man she once called a hero. She had emerged bruised but standing, with a Las Vegas residency, a killer wardrobe, and a new boyfriend. A 30-year-old French DJ with abs like a Roman statue. "Do you love him?" Sutton had asked, squinting suspiciously. "I love his playlists," Erika replied with a wink. She wasn't playing it safe anymore. She had spent too many seasons on the defensive. Now she wanted control. She wanted redemption, and maybe revenge. The one who left. Garcelle Beauvais had left the show, but her presence lingered like Chanel No. 5 on an Hermes scarf. Every conversation somehow circled back to her. Garcelle wouldn't stand for this, Sutton muttered at a lunch with Kyle. Garcelle would have called that out instantly. Dorit snapped after an argument with Erika. Garcelle had said goodbye with grace, but deep down, she knew they'd come crawling back. Bravo always did. She focused now on her family, her boys, her acting career, her production company. But at night, when the twins were asleep and the scripts were read, she scrolled. She watched. She saw the chaos she'd left behind. And part of her wondered, what if? Sutton and the truth. Sutton Stracke didn't trust anyone anymore, not even herself. She had been burned too many times by too many women wearing Louboutins. Season 14 had broken her heart and almost her spirit. But now she was rebuilding. She'd started seeing a therapist and a medium. She was investing in a vineyard in Napa and had hired a new stylist who actually listened to her. But most importantly, she was learning to fight smarter. "I'm not here to scream anymore," she told her producer. "I'm here to expose, with grace."